Disregard that, buddy. It's fine. You don't. We don't know adjusting. We're fine. I do want you to know that we are going to be. I have it set so we can record while we are streaming, and I don't have two other people in the house doing a bunch of stuff on the internet.
We only have one.
There it is. So we're good. Buddy, it was not my fault. I can only have so much upload download. Okay. Well, no, it's not about the audio and video. It was just that, like, you know, he was downstairs. I know, and I have the feelings, you know, and he was down. Poor Torpedo had to pee for so long. Also, we're live, so
a long and arduous journey to the restroom.
He did, and he had to pee really, really bad. So.
He came back with the confidence of 1,000 sea lions on a diving board.
Are you gonna bring us back with another poem, or are we just skipping the poem part this week?
I have no poem today, but I have my 1, 2, 3, 4 song that you didn't like.
Okay, sing it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll switch to us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more, 8, 9. Do it all again.
There it is. That sounds like Sea of Thieves.
That's all I got for you, dog.
All right, well, we're live, so you're up. Do your thing.
Hello! Friends of Speranza, ladies and gentlemen.
What if they're not friends?
Enemies of Speranza.
Friendly, friendly, friendly.
Friendly, friendly. That was you earlier today. Just trying to, in every trios lobby. Friendly, 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 friendly. Dave, I already knocked one. We're not friendly.
I'm friendly.
We're not friendly.
I'm friendly.
Friendly, 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 friendly. What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to episode 6 of the Tick Pod and Arc Raiders podcast. As always, it's Coda, IITZCODA. Hello. Above me in his rightful place, the man, the myth, the legend, wearing an official The Tick Pod tee, TJ Oros.
TJ today.
Look at
right?
that.
Look at us. We're like people.
If
We're
you're
like,
a listener of the pod and not a watcher of the pod, you got to turn the YouTube on for this one. Dave's wife is a screen printing master. He's got a great T-shirt on right now. It's our almost perfected logo. We'll perfect it soon.
Well, when we figure it out,
it's our current lovely logo.
We like it.
What a shirt,
We
DJ.
like
what's up? What's up, brother? I've been with you all day today. This is nice. I like this. We should do this every time. We should play 4 hours of Arc Raiders prior to our Arc Raiders podcast.
I've had a great time prior to us playing together, and then when we started playing together, everybody was shooting at me. So I had a really good time, and then like a pretty good time, because I can't shoot things. But we had a blast. We had a blast together. It was like about the friendship, not about me being good at shooting other people. So it's been a great day. I've had a good time. In that aspect.
We got some Leaper cores.
We did get Leaper cores.
We did that.
We still need to get you a few Leaper cores, don't we?
I need all of them. The last Lily that we killed it only had the one to finish yours. Not the double drop this time.
Maybe our third there took one of them, you know? He probably did.
He had no reason to, but if he did, like, that's kind of funny, low key.
I think he was down.
Good on him.
I think he was down at that point. No, stop it. How dare you? Listen, I played with Peanut earlier today, and I'm going to say that it was 100% him, not somebody else who has another name that says the Burnt Peanut. So
you did run into the Burnt Peanut off stream in solos in your lobbies, which is just unfathomable. Another thing we'll get into today.
All right, we'll talk about it.
Otherwise, no guests this week, everybody. We tried our best, but it is the holiday season. So, people are doing things with their families, taking some time to relax. I love that all my friends that are working 50 hours a week have like a little time here other than us in the service industry. Dave is still grinding his life away. But yeah, those in Corpo America have a little bit of downtime. It's been very nice. All the boys are on the game. All the ladies are on the game. It's just great. We're just playing.
It's
no guests
this
week.
Time. It's a great time of year, yeah?
'Tis the season to do podcasts. Next week we have our very good friend, Special Adam, the man that married me. Just married me this September. He did. He was the officiant at my wedding. So we're thrilled to have him on the pod. And following that, we have the Matthew Majot, the Majuster, the Saint Jimmy, the one and the only.
Jimmy. Wow.
One of my best friends of all best friends.
Well, so
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 we're excited.
special Adam, so special Adam had married you, yeah, and then
Special
your
Adam married me.
and then your best man the following week,
This
right?
is true. Saint Jimmy was my best man.
And he's a saint, which you
Holy,
think he could also have married you.
he could have. Yeah, yeah. He married my other homies. So
Oh,
he's
okay,
an
all right. So
officiant
he's
as
done.
well.
No, he's
I'm
done.
an
You only get
officiant.
one.
I married you.
You
Adam
married
married
me.
me. This is a
Oh,
circle of marriage.
this is the craziest thing ever. It's crazy.
We're wildly approaching West Virginia.
Whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah,
Hey,
we're pretty close.
shout out West Virginia. We yeah.
If you
We
play
love
Arc
West
Raiders,
Virginia.
you're fine. But otherwise, you're West Virginia.
Yeah, it's a pop culture reference, you know. It's put a little, maybe a little untasteful, but I hit it. I'm sorry.
We love it.
Saint Jimmy says in the chat. Saint Jimmy says, "I have a gun."
No, no, no,
Well,
no, no, no.
guess what, Saint Jimmy? I have a rubber duck.
And I'm friendly.
Friendly, friendly, friendly. I have a rubber
Friendly,
duck.
friendly, friendly, friendly.
Dave, how was your holiday, dude?
Holiday was great.
Because we haven't met up since Chrysler.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I know we spent a lot of time together, but Christmas was excellent with the family. Nobody fought. It was a good, calm. We played some games, like board games, which was weird. I got so we do a Secret Santa every year.
Okay.
I got my cousin Jimmy, not Saint Jimmy, but my cousin Jimmy, for Secret Santa. I bought him a Nintendo 64, which I think a little, like he's what, 8 years younger than me, so he kind of appreciated, because he's come over, he's watched our animals before. I have 2 dogs, 3 cats. We used to have a lot more. They've since passed. But when he was here and he would
R.I.P.
watch them,
Puck.
Puckley was the best. But when he would be here and he would watch them, he would play my Nintendo 64, and he loved it. He said whenever we were talking about it, I was like, "How was your week? Was everything good?" He'd be like, "Yeah, I just played Mario Kart for like 100 hours." I was like, "Okay, great, awesome." So when I got him in Secret Santa, that was like the first thing I thought of. And shout out to the exchange in
I was gonna say,
Pittsburgh.
where does one find one? But the
The
exchange one.
exchange, and they sold
Yeah.
bundles, and they're not that expensive. And the games themselves are expensive, but the consoles are not. So I got him one game with the console. It was great. I think it was a good present. We had a good time. I think um, everybody was happy, and that for Christmas. Sometimes there's fights, and not this year. It was a good year.
That's great. That is great when everybody's just kind of chilling. I think the older we get, too, tempers down flare a little bit, which is good. You know,
True, 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 true. How was your Christmas? How was your Chrysler?
Dude, it was lovely. It was super low key. On some morbid things, everybody on my mom's side of the family is either in like dementia care or not with us anymore. So our family parties are not as big as they once were, but you learn to appreciate the smaller ones, right? So
I mean, as you
uh,
get older, right? Like that's a little bit there.
definitely, definitely, that side of the family is still doing really well. But yeah, man, it was super low key. It was just my parents, my sister and her husband, and Win and I, and same thing, dude. We played board games for hours and hours. It's
What was your
incredible. It's not
what
really. Go
was
ahead.
there a board game of choice, or was it like just a little bit of everything?
We Now, I'm not a big detail guy, so I can't remember the games, but I can tell you how they played out. One
Okay.
was like a horse racing game where you rolled. There were 12 horse on the board, and you rolled in whatever you had 2 dice, whatever number
Horse racing game. We
hit,
need that.
that horse like moved up.
What?
Yeah, yeah, it was. So that was pretty fun. You can play for real money, but we just play for fake money because nobody in my family big gamblers. Um,
Same.
but super fun. So like 1 in 12, or 2 in, what would that be? Yeah, 2 in 12 were they only had like 3 or 4 spaces to the end, and then like your 6, 7, and 5 had like a ton of spaces. So the ones that you would roll more often. But that game was super fun. And then we played one that was all about. I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of the cards was like you could like poop on your neighbor's yard.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was all about like
Whoa!
screwing over your
Whoa!
neighbor, and we played like 3 rounds of that. We were loving that. So like the whole thing was to build a little community, and each card had like an allotted amount of points, and you would get set amount of points reach going towards 10, but you could like neighborhood rob somebody, or you could like light their building on fire. So a little bit of strategy there, but they were like super chill, like not too intense board game level games that were great for the holidays. So really enjoyed that, man. The
Uh,
food was unbelievable, unbelievable food this year. Our Thanksgiving was a a little iffy, but Christmas food was crazy.
Now, did you host Christmas as well? I think you said you did
No, no,
Thanksgiving, right?
yeah, we hosted Turkey Day this year, but we went to my parents for
Okay, awesome, awesome,
the
awesome.
Krampus.
It's a good
How about
spot.
how about you? Did you go or was it at your house?
Yeah, one of these days I'm sure I'd love to host. We do Christmas Eve dinner at my aunt Memes, Mary Kay, but we call her Meme ever since I because I can't pronounce Mary Kay when I'm like 3. And then Christmas Day we do like a brunch, and we do that at my aunt Tracy's house, and it's always great. We have a good time. I made a McGriddle. What was it? A McGriddle? McGriddle like casserole. Sausage, pancake, syrup, egg, all the nonsense in there.
Oh my
It was delicious. Everyone loved it. First time we ever made it. It was good. We hung out. We watched all the football games, and our family like they really so we play Trivial Pursuit, and I'm not
Yeah,
great
I
at the
see it.
game.
Lil Poop just hit us with that in the chat. I love that.
I'm not
Hit me
great
with the
at the game.
details of Trivial Pursuit.
I'm not great at the game, but I get my input in there here and there. But nobody ever listens to me because I don't think like I don't I want to I want to be like, hey, this is what it is, and then we do teams. We don't just like do individual players.
Okay.
But we split the room in half. We say, all right, 2 teams, and we did lose to the other team this year. It was fine. We were okay with it. We didn't get mad.
They
Um,
took you. They took your goo, brother.
they didn't take any of the stuff that you said, but we had fun. It was a good time. Yeah, don't you dare! How dare you over there? But we do that every year, and we have a great time doing it. But Trivial Pursuit seems to be like the most. I don't know. For the past like 10 years, I think that's what we play, and we've been playing like a lot of like '90s Trivial Pursuit, which I'm really good at. But then they bring
Wait.
out this like.
Oh,
Go ahead.
tell me the rules of Trivial Pursuit because I may have played it in my life, but like for those who don't know, and myself included, what are we doing in Trivial Pursuit?
So Trivial Pursuit, you got a little disc, and it has like 6 spots in it. You can fill them with little triangles, little cheeses. You go around you go around the outside,
Around the outside.
and every like 7 or 8 spots, there's a spot where you can earn a cheese, and it's based off of categories. So it can be like entertainment, history, I don't know, sports, other, each one is a different like category to earn the cheese. So you roll the dice, you get to the cheese spots, you answer the question correctly, you get the cheese. After that, you go to the middle. If you answer the final question in the middle, you win the game after collecting all the other cheeses.
So you got to
And,
get 6 cheeses for final boss, and then
correct.
final
Yes. Yeah.
boss W.
It's a very PVE game, and as we're going, we're saying friendly, 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 and we we try to be nice with each other. My family not so nice. We were like, oh, give it to them, and then when we got asked the question, it was like, no, they didn't say the right word in the right time. They got it wrong. So, but that's part of
It
the
sounds
game,
like Dave Oros beer pong rules,
Yes,
house
exactly.
rules.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
got
But
it.
there's multiple people there to tell me what the rules are. Like I won't specifically say what they are, okay? Just because some people might not win because of something.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, here we go.
no idea what that reference is. But
Hmm.
anyway, Trivial Pursuit sounds very fun. I need to play it.
We should do that as a group sometime. It'd be a blast.
I'm down, sir. Sign me up. Okay, Arc Raider side of things, we are going to cover today the new Raider deck that just released. I know it was a long and arduous journey
Buddy,
to
it
get
took me
through it for the
forever to
two.
get through that one.
We'll tap into that. We're going to do a little maps discussion today since it is a little bit later of a content day. So we're just going to talk about maps, what to find on them, what we like about each map. New season happenings, just kind of where we're at post reset. If y'all haven't tuned into the last couple episodes, we both did do the reset. So we're just going to tap into where we've arrived, where we are right now. We're going to do a new segment today. We're going to keep the quick hits in, obviously. It's our favorite thing. But we're going to do a new one called Best and Worst Runs of the Week. So we're just going to talk about things that happened to us over the week that we enjoyed and hated. And then, as always, the final boss of categories, we're going to tap into the merch store. Dave never wants to talk about the merch store.
I don't
I
love
prodded him here. I really said, Dave, hey, man, let's talk about merch
I
store.
don't
today."
love talking about it,
Since
just
you
so
never
you know.
bring it up.
No, I
Yeah.
hate talking about it, yeah.
I've never heard you talk about it, honestly. I think it's always, I'm the impetus for the merch store.
Well, that's true.
Well, what do you say? You want to get right into it, or we want to talk about
Yeah.
our lives outside of the game a little bit more?
No, we can get into it. I like it. I think it's a good time. I'm all about it. Let's jump right in.
Let's do it, my brother. Let's hit the Raider deck first. Um, New Raider deck just dropped. We love the Raider deck. If anybody's new to the game and or unsure about what the Raider deck is, it's just essentially the best way to think about it, or the way that I look at it, is like a battle pass in any other game. But since it's a paid to play game, they kind of give you these battle passes for free. There's in-game currency called cred that you can build up, accumulate over time, and then you can put that towards your Raider deck. You get this cred from doing like menial tasks daily, like damage another Raider for 100 HP with medium ammo, destroy snitches, anything like that, loot various items, or like open a set amount of containers. So it's a really nice system that does not feel very predatory at all. Really enjoy that. Anyway, in this Raider deck, we got some fun items, man. We got a bowl cut, which goes super hard. I can't get away from my mohawk. I'm obsessed with the mohawk. Can't get off of that. But the bowl cut is hilarious, dude.
I'm not
Out
wearing
here
the
looking
bowl
like
cut.
Mennonites.
I'm
If you
not
want to
wearing the
look
bowl
like a
cut.
Mennonite, the time is now.
No, 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 it's not happening.
You're not.
No, not a
We got
chance.
a we got a great charm, Lizzie the Lizard. I love me a good lizard charm. So that's a little backpack charm. That's a W.
True, 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 true.
Shaker. They introduced some new music items. The shaker is there alongside the guitar, and you're given, if you complete the deck, you get both the guitar and the shaker. So 3 instruments in the game right now: recorder, shaker, guitar. All sound incredible together. Dave, we got to play together soon. We gotta hit those tunes.
So I love it. I don't. All right, so let's just go back where we're talking about. This took us forever to get through, right?
Wait,
Wh-
yeah.
Which it didn't, because all right, so like I know they made an adjustment where they're like, okay, we're gonna cap your blue currency, and
Blue currency is now capped at 800, so you
which
can't ever have more than 800 cred.
which is great.
But
But some people had like 14,000, which I think is you, blue currency before they even
no,
changed it. Well, pretty
no,
close.
no.
No,
After this deck, I had 4,500 left.
okay,
So I probably had like close to 5K.
so I had 500, but I was able to go through all the entire deck and complete everything the second I logged on for the new season cycle semester deck, right?
Yes.
And that's awesome that they didn't like take that away from us. But I do think they could have done something to make it feel like, I don't know, they just like they're like, all right, you played season 1, cycle 1, semester 1, then you just get the next deck for free. You don't have to work or grind for it. And this is a game where I want to grind for stuff. I enjoy having to do things to get the rewards for the things, right? It was good. It was fine that I just earned it. I mean, I was able to put on, which is the best outfit in the game, the golden goalie.
The golden goalie is pretty great. But let me push back on that though, because they did set up Shawnee now where you can spend your credit in Shawnee's shop. And since cred no longer stacks, like you can buy
Oh,
medium mag 2, light mag 2. There's a ton of stuff in her shop for cred. So
yeah,
I think that is their way to
balance
navigate
it.
people having like as much cred as I do.
Right, I hate
So like,
that. I hate that because now I'm sorry to interrupt, but now
no, go
it's
ahead.
no, but now to buy like a Raider hatch key, right? I have to spend 100 cred, where before I was spending $9,000, and I as me as the way I play the game, I much prefer that. Hey, you can buy one of these a day, and it's not going to break your bank. So now, like,
I
and
do agree. I think they messed up with the hatch key. I think both currencies should be applicable still with the hatch key.
right,
I
give
saw
me
that the other day
both.
and I was like, because
Yes,
100 cred is that's nothing to mess with. Like if you're new to the game, that's a lot of money for, or that's a lot of cred for. How many trials is that? It's usually like 20 or 30 cred per trial.
and it's not, and again, it's not cheap. Like I was under the $800 mark whenever, or 800 blue currency mark once I finished the new deck, which I was able to complete everything. So even if you're like a medium player in the game, I mean, I was doing everything for Expedition the last day, so it's not like it was crazy, but
Sure.
I still play the game, I guess, more than most people would. But I was still able to complete everything. Again, like I said, as we logged into a lobby together, wearing the exact same outfit, except you had a visor on and I didn't. That was
Yeah.
the only difference. That was the only difference. We were both like, I think we were both trying to be funny, and we both like logged in. And we're like,
Pull it with the same exact fit on. True.
oh man, we both did it. Um, but yeah, I
Anyway,
mean,
let's
it's good. It's good, but
it is good because I think even if it's a bit expensive, if you don't play as much as, and I I play even more than Dave. So I got this immediately as well. But they do give you a lot of really nice stuff. I mean, there's a snap hook in there if you haven't found us or killed anybody with a snap hook yet. Photoelectric cloak if you're more into the PvE side of things. So they gave us a lot of really nice in-game stuff as well. It's not just cosmetic. And I appreciate that because I don't think everybody's going out of their way to find a snap hook, look for a snap hook blueprint, or would even consider bringing one out. So it is nice that they hooked us up with one of those.
Now,
Also, photo electric cloak, same way.
yeah, how do you feel about the okay, so one of the big things, especially since we're talking about the deck, I had like high hopes for like a real big PvE night going around and trying to do stuff for the music room and grabbing the guitar and getting the shaker and all that stuff. And then they just threw it in the deck where it's like you just get it. Did you think that was kind of like a slight to that, or are you
Well, I think
okay
that's
with them
back to
giving
your
that?
I think that's back to your original point. Like if you don't have creds stacked up, it's going to take you a while to get there. So you might have more incentive to go out and do the Buried City event. But you're totally right. For anybody who put more than 100 hours into season one, like you're going to have the cred to just do it right away. So yeah, that is a bit of a miss. Because myself included, like I think I wanted the guitar, and now I have no reason to go to Buried City and do the event, which is like those are always really fun. Uh, it's always really good to go topside and do that kind of stuff because it's not something that I would do naturally. So,
Well,
yeah, I agree with you. I do think that was a bit of a miss, but it wouldn't have been a miss. It's great to have them in the deck if everybody was like on zero cred.
or making it like a very last thing because I think the guitar wasn't that far out and the shaker
No,
wasn't
it
that far out.
wasn't. It was like
And
page 2 or 3, if I
and
remember.
and I like to make the game feel like, yeah, I want everybody to have most of the stuff in the game, but I do want there to be like things that are exclusive to going hard in the game. I want that grind. I want you to have to, to grind out or to what overcome big objectives to get the best loot in the game. And I feel like in this kind of game, a guitar to play with your team, with your squad, with your group is kind of like one of the bigger loot items. So maybe even if they like were like, hey, you can still go in the music room and get like this, Prince guitar. I don't know, like give it like a cosmetic or something to be unique that you can maybe keep moving on. And if you, I don't know, transfer it to another character or do whatever. But I do want there to be something that like feels like you had to earn it to get it and give that exclusivity a little bit.
I think you nailed it. I think you nailed it there, dude. If they just put like a different cosmetic on the guitar to differentiate it from the one that you get in the deck, that would be really cool. That way, if somebody saw you playing guitar in game, they're like, "Oh, that's the one that came from Buried City, and not just from the cred deck."
Right. And I think I'd love that, but
Agreed.
hopefully they can do more. I know the staff's on vacation, so maybe they'll work on that when they get back. But
True. And on that note, there have been some bugs and glitches for the last couple of weeks. I know we took a stance on it, saying like, "Please go on vacation and do that," and I still stand by that. But as a gamer and somebody who puts a few hours minimum into this game a day, there are some things that are rather annoying, like some ladders on Stella, especially in the vents, like don't work sometimes when you're trying to work an angle on somebody. Yeah, I don't know. It comes with the time and the territory, but as
true.
being a human and then being a gamer, those two things step on each other's toes sometimes.
Well,
But yeah, I'm sure they're coming back soon. It's almost New
no,
Year's,
no,
so
they gotta get back to work sooner or later, right? But I had the same small issues where I'd fall through the map, and it just seemed like I was like I've run this whole this path like 40 times, maybe for doing my loot run. Never once have I just like fell through the ground, and
sure.
I think
Some of
I
the
mean I'm
extracts would just go like
I
white for a second. I don't know if you
Yeah,
encountered that.
exactly. Yeah, Buried City, for sure. But no, and I'm sure that they still have people working. I don't think that all of the staff is probably gone, but
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
think that is probably like a bigger
that'd be
project
crazy.
for everyone to be like, hey, all right, let's work on this fix. We'll get a hot fix in there, and it is noticeable, which is crazy because I think you mentioned it. The amount that goes into keeping the game a live game running must be insane, and
Yeah,
Well,
And
as I
it's
sit here in my
thankless
house,
because we don't even think about it until like most of the staff is on vacation. Then we're like, oh my God,
uh,
everything's going haywire.
as I sit here in my chair, I say, "What are we doing? It should be fixed already. It doesn't
True, true,
matter."
true, true.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it is
Hey,
kind of nice to see, right? Like,
it is. It is. It is. That exposure alone is great. Now we know. Now we know we're gonna respect their time even more in the new year.
not
Toot just
me.
made a really nice comment. That earn guitar should play a unique music. That's a
Oh,
great thing to do.
that
Just
is
have like two tracks for the
beautiful.
guitar.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there's the other extraction shooter I play. It's called Sea of Thieves, and they have multiple songs for all of the instruments in that game too. I think that'd be awesome if you could put on an instrument and play, and like you could get like an exclusive song to play with each guitar or each flute or each recorder or each shaker. That'd be awesome. I think that's great. Let's
I agree.
Devs, where you at? Let's go. Oh, they're on vacation. Sorry,
Nice,
sorry,
dude.
sorry,
I
sorry,
see what
sorry,
you did
sorry,
there.
sorry, sorry. All right, wait, real quick before we go anywhere else, I think I need to talk about it because it's in the deck situation, and I think we had it in notes. I think you had it in notes. But the new like outfit, right? And
Oh yeah.
the deck is called goalie. Okay.
I wanted to bring this up with you earlier, but I wanted to save it for the pod. So go ahead.
Okay. So the new deck is called goalie. That's great. I play hockey. I may not look like I play hockey, but I play hockey. Okay. I'm not a goalie. But I know for sure that none of the stuff that you put on in that deck is goalie equipment. Zero. None of it. None of
No,
it's goalie
not,
equipment.
not a single
Why are
piece.
we calling it goalie? I don't get it.
All right. You want my take, my
I would
in-game lore
love
take?
if this is like a lore. Okay, good. Tell me first, and then I'll fight you.
I think they're so far removed from because they're like the third or fourth or fifth generation that was uh,
Mm-hmm.
underground. So the history on hockey is probably a little uh, muddied at best, right? So my
Mm,
thing is they probably know that a goalie is a part of hockey and hockey is a thing. Forward, defense, like the coaching staff, all that. I don't know if those things would get remembered, but in terms of like base history of the game, you would probably know this is hockey. It was played with hockey sticks on ice skates, and there was a goalie. So my take is that they just took that one like key word, goalie, and threw it in
okay, so
because they wouldn't
the,
know. They wouldn't have the history of humanity topside.
the
They're
lore
so
is
far removed from it.
not making the Raider deck. That is like something you earn by playing the. I support it. I get it. I understand what you're saying.
They're trying to stay true to their game. I mean, they're
Uh,
from Sweden, bro. I guarantee
we need.
somebody in the
Can we
300 plus people that work for Embark knew that it
embark?
wasn't a goalie.
Can I please request? I know this is a new podcast. Can we please get somebody on who can explain this to us? And if it is a lore based reasoning that you're so incorrect about how the outfit looks, then I will accept it.
I'm standing
But
by that. That's my
yeah, that
justification.
I hope it is. I hope that they're like, oh yeah, they're dumb. They don't know. But like I don't know. The other stuff in the game, some of the stuff isn't based off of just straight lore, right? I just think I want to hear it from them. I want a confirmation of a third confirmation that that's what happened. I hope it's not just that they're all video game developers and they're like, ah, yeah, hockey goalie, put it in there, let's go. I mean, we could have at least put a blocker on them, you know,
Anything
a
to
glove. They
save the
use
goalie.
gloves. They're like even the hockey stick is just a regular player stick.
Hey,
Uh,
the beauty of it is we both don't know. So
you wait,
onward we march.
you wait.
Somebody confirm our confirmation, please, in the future.
Yeah, we need it, please. Thank you.
All right, I was gonna get into maps, but why don't we do a little quick hits real quick? It feels like the time.
A little bit
Tapito
of
in the chat
quickness.
said go Sabres, go Pens,
Yo, okay,
but
well, just
also go
yeah.
Sabres.
All right, so I have less quick hits today. I know this is on me. I think we decided this later, but I do have a few.
Okay,
So you get half the time, and
half the
you
time, 30 seconds on the clock.
and half the points.
Arbitrary amount of points has been halved. Got it.
Okay, so whenever you're
Quick
ready.
hits segment 6 begins
Okay, ready?
now.
All right. In the merch store, what is one thing that you would like for them to put in the merch store for you?
I think I told you this one time. I would love a hoodie where it's just like a simple graphic on the front, like you have right there. on the back, it's all of the merchants. So like
Ooh.
it's Shawnee, everybody back there just
Okay.
hanging
Okay.
out.
Is it silhouettes or is it like you actually see what they you get
Now you can
cool?
see them, but they're all like chilling. They're doing something
Okay.
cool, like they're playing pool or like hanging out at the bar or whatever.
Okay. Second question.
I would
What
cop that
is
immediately.
you would? $100. You
Yes.
heard him right there. Let's go. Embark. Come on.
Let's say 65, 70, maybe
80,
80.
88 bucks. All right. So second question. What is the best outfit in the game?
Oh my god. I don't know names of cosmetics very well, but I am hard stuck on the like the longer coat, little fancier looking
Like
guy.
little duster almost, right?
I don't
Like a little-
I don't know what it's called. It's the one that I'm always wearing. It's a coat and then it has the pants are not my favorite, but they're like camo orange, beige pants. Then I rock the mohawk and I wear like the white face paint across that. So that is my current favorite cosmetic. I also think a special shout out to the spacesuit and the underwater suit.
That's
I
fair.
don't own either one of them, but like every time I die to those kids, I respect it.
I definitely bought the spacesuit. All right. So when you're going in, visor or no visor?
I'm default visor, but when I'm with you, visor comes off.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So when you
Uh-huh.
go into any game at all, no matter what it is, solos, duos, or trios, friendly or not friendly?
Not friendly. What do you
Not
mean?
not
Crazy.
friendly.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a bit.
All right, well,
My solos
then,
aren't
all
even
right,
friendly
all right.
anymore.
Then I will skip my my next question, and then I have one more for you.
All right.
This was from Lil Poop Lauren. She helped me out with this one.
Shout out,
Um,
shout out.
Shout out to the game Fallout. Do you think it would be good for us to have companions in game, not just having like Scrappy, the Arc Scrappy, come around with us, but like an actual companion that you could have with you, even if it's a little floaty Arc Boy or anything like that? Do you think that'd be something we could develop into the game?
What are those called in Destiny? The little
Uh,
buddy that hangs out with you all the time.
your little buddy in Destiny is called the Ghost.
The ghost. I think that's great. Anything like that, I'm all about. I think Fortnite did theirs really well, and especially in third person when you see it all the time. So yeah, dude, please bring those in game. Would
Okay,
love
all right,
that.
love it. Maybe in semester 3. So that's
Semester
all.
3,
That's all I have for you
cycle
because we
3,
skipped one.
chapter 3, season
Chapter?
3.
No, we're not doing
What is
chapters
it,
now.
guys? What are
We're
we
not.
calling them?
We're calling them semesters. Next semester. Let's go.
Cycle, semester, season,
Goose
split.
candles. I mean, come on. We're going with semesters.
Crandallberries.
Stop it.
All right, that was fun. Man, how many arbitrary points did I receive this week?
You have 6,222 today.
That's almost like my cred number. That's great.
Wow. You know what? We're not playing together anymore. You're gonna
That's
you're gonna have free decks for the rest of your life.
No, because I spend my stuff in Shawnee now. The game is
Don't do
doing
it.
what it
Just
intended.
don't do it. Don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, but it's so cheap right now to get an extended light night
Just-
too. I'm just
just
throwing that on my
save
Stitcher
it.
2 on a
No.
basically free kit. Why
Just
would I not do that?
save it for your decks. Be done every time. You're crazy.
But I can't gain any more. So I can't even have the fun of gaining more credit by doing
Is it fun?
the little things. So I'm intentionally trying to get back down under 800 so that like I actually have reason to
Just delete
do
them then.
cred again.
Just delete them.
All right, you heard it here, folks. We're deleting cred. It's out of the game. We're cooked.
I love it. Where are we sitting
Okay.
now, bud? Where are we sitting
Yeah,
now?
let's. I mean, I love me some quick hits, but let's get into some sauce here. Let's get in before we tap maps. Let's do aggression based, skill based, whatever based matchmaking because this was right off the gates today.
In the
Something
Blue
that you and
Gates.
I encountered when we played together. Right off of the Blue Gates because we did go to Blue Gate immediately. Good comms. Yeah, just two entirely different experiences, and I have a bone to pick here. We talked about a few episodes ago that we were hoping that it would be separated between solos, duos, and trios, the way that they approach aggression-based matchmaking. But I have not played solos in a hot minute. I've been playing with the boys almost every session, and I did hop back into solos today. And by the gods, brother, I tried for 4, maybe 5 rounds to be friendly. I was immediately on the mic if I heard somebody around me, saw somebody, anything. I was just trying to be the friendliest of friendlies, and it wasn't happening. Absolutely no comms in return, just shoot on sight. I even gave up my position a few times. Like I was behind kids, just being like, yo, what's up, dude? Immediately shot on sight. So that for me has been a sad realization today. My heart is hurt for it because I absolutely want to chill in solos, and I absolutely want to shoot everybody on site in duos and trios. And I don't like, I know this might be a have your cake and eat it too situation, but I don't like that I can't be treated differently in those lobbies. Like I want to be super chill in solos. I don't want to fight in solos. I love when I think some of the best interactions in the game are when you're open micing with 4 different people that are just running around doing nice little loot runs. Maybe you take down a bastion or something together. I miss that. That was very a part of my gameplay in the first like 2-3 weeks of the game releasing, and I do miss that a lot. I love my solos like that, but right now I am just strictly in high SBMM, high aggression lobbies. Bums me
Well,
out.
well, let me talk about my experience in solos today. I only had
You have the
friendly
exact
people.
opposite experience. Yes.
I had people coming up to me offering bandages whenever I got shot at by an arc, and oh, thank God they were there.
Hold on.
They
I
were.
got a noise. I'll be right back. Keep going.
You
Keep
got
going.
a
Keep going.
noise. All right, so I'm just gonna go over. I was in a lobby, um, just doing the normal, shooting some arc, hanging out, run into some people, groups of people, and it was all very friendly. I think there was 4 people at one point, and we were all in. This is Stella. Not even just like, oh, Blue Gate, or no, Blue Gate's pretty toxic too. Not even Buried City or Dam. And I was in Stella, and these people were just like, hey, what do you need? What's going on? How you doing? All right? How was your Christmas? Everyone was so friendly. And I am very surprised that Coda had such a bad experience, because I do think it should be kind of like wait a little bit. And I don't want to tell him that, especially since he's not here. Um, but having like the very opposite experience. We jumped on together midday today. He said a little bit after 1 o'clock. It might have been 3 or 4 o'clock whenever we got together finally, since a little bit after 1, but he's still accurate that it was after 1 o'clock, which is fine. But I'm there, we get together, and he's like, it's been awful. And I've been like, oh my goodness, everyone's been so nice to me today. And I don't want to go too into it, because I think we're going to be talking about like our best and worst raids of the week. But all of my raids this morning, which is when I have played the most, I haven't been on a whole lot this throughout the past week, a little bit here and there, but everybody's been so friendly today. I played for like what 6 or 7 hours, and every single time I went into a raid, everyone's like, "What do you need? Can I get you this? Let me help you. Or are you dropping something?" Like it was
Yeah.
just
Even
it
when
was
we were in
very nice. It
Discord
was
comms.
so different.
Yeah. Sorry, my cat knocked something off my mantle out there too. I was
Uh,
I had to
you,
go check my bed. My bed.
that's a very that's based off of your how you play the game. Your cat's out there knocking stuff off of the table.
Aggression-based cats. I have
Aggression
aggressive
based. My
kittens.
cats are just cuddling away, and your cats are throwing stuff on the floor.
Luckily, it was nothing serious. Sorry about that. But yeah, huge, huge difference in the lobbies for sure.
I will say, all right. So the wife in the nosebleeds over here said, "But are you the one to shout friendly, friendly, friendly?" And I do
And
always go
and
in.
so
In solos,
yes,
I do. I'm like, hey, yo, friendly, friendly,
me
friendly,
too.
just doing this. And Coda does the same thing, but he was saying that he got shot in the back, just for even he had a better position on them. So I do think that it is
I
that
would actively be like behind somebody, be like, "Yo, what's up,
I
buddy? Like, I'm just
and
here. I'm just going for a Sentinel core. What are you doing?"
and
No comms, shot.
and if this is your first episode listening, Coda could take down anybody in a PvP setting. We played Call of Duty together. He'd be like, "There's a
Well, not
guy."
not everybody, but
He'd
most,
he'd be
definitely
like
most.
he would be like, "There's a guy over there," and I'd be like, "Where?" He's like 350 meters that way, and I'd be like, "What are you looking at? You can see 300." So he's like, he's got it. The eyes are there. I can't see anything, and I go and I'm like, "Hey guys," and they're like, "Hey, you know what? Go ahead, do this and take this, and let's be friends." And so there is some difference. I am with Coda that I think it should be based off of each game type, because they are different game types.
Please,
One
by the love of God,
and
please.
I
I
don't love
need
to
it. I
agree
want
with
to
him.
enjoy the homies and solos.
I don't want to agree with Coda. It's tough sometimes, but
We
like I
wouldn't have
do
a
think that
podcast if we
I
agreed.
think there are very different atmospheres, and based off of how you play in each atmosphere is how they should be going.
Agreed.
But
Please,
I do
please,
think
please, please.
there should be a limit though. Like in solos, like there should be a much smaller like if you shoot people half the time, then you should be like penalized more. than if you were to shoot people half the time in trios, right?
Yeah, well, I did that to myself today too, right? So like the sixth round that I went in, I just joined the dark side. I just anybody who was around
They were done.
was getting eliminated. Yeah, absolutely. I had one kid screaming at me, and I was like, "Dude, I just went 5 games deep trying to be friendly. Like I am not your friend. Please return to Speranza." And he was furious, but at that point, I didn't care. But then that dumps me deeper into the, you know what I mean? Like now I'm stuck even further in the aggressive based solo matchmaking. So I, I don't know what to do sometimes. I really don't.
Sorry, I just
Throws me
can't
off.
stop thinking about how the new deck. It's not a goalie outfit at all.
That's
I
not a
just
goalie outfit
okay. All right.
confirmed.
Sorry. Next. I'm sorry. But yes, it's so far off.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because that is a big grievance of mine. And that there are times when the homies aren't on and I do want to play a little bit. And I'm actively right now, like tomorrow, if I got on, I'm not going into solos. I'm going to play a different game or something. And in the long run, I think um, that can dwindle a player base for a game, right? Like that could definitely have some effect. I also might be in a weird demographic where most people that are trying to play super aggressive are also treating their solos like that. So I might be speaking on a very small demographic here, but I did want to bring that up.
Okay. All right. Real quick. Player base. Can we talk about that for a second? I know we don't have it in our general conversation topic, but
Hey, we're vibing today. Let's just keep rolling with it.
Arc Raiders discounted another $10 for the holiday season, at least on Xbox. I don't know where
Crazy.
else. So
Yeah,
30,
discounted
30,
in
30
game as well.
bucks, right? At least, where I am. To
Yes.
jump into this game, highly rated game. I had family members buying this game who I never would have thought would be like, hey, let me try this game out. And they're like, hey, the ratings are good. It's a better price. Like, I want to give it a shot. And I love that they're still charging for it because I don't want it to be a free to play game. I think that hurts it, and I think that the fact that you actually have to pay to play is good. But to give a discount for this holiday season while the devs are on vacation doing whatever they want to do, I think it is a good thing, and I think it's going to help the player base a whole lot, especially because so much it's that you're still seeing a positive review on the game instead of
Brother,
people
they have.
like,
Did you see the stats today? They've retained
yep.
90% of the original player base of the game, and we are 2 months in. And we're talking a generation of gamers that, like, we're on to the next, especially the younger kids, are on to the next within a month, man. Like, Battlefield fell off. I think it was like 75 to 85%. And Ark has retained 90% of the player base. That just, like, speaks on the core game is so good.
which is awesome to see. I just think it is great, and in them making the play to be like, hey, let's discount the game for the whole. I have no problem that I paid $10 more than anybody else. I feel like I'm pretty sure I've bought the game $10 more for other people, and I'm currently thinking like, okay, who else can I buy the game for that might enjoy
Right.
this?
I love it,
And
man. They didn't need to do it either. Like, they're
not
gonna
at
still
all.
have
At
sales
40
on a
bucks,
$40 game. Yep.
exactly. And them trying to bring more people into this community and make it
Smart
make
move.
it bigger
Smart
and
move.
bigger and bigger. I
That's
love
their
it. I thought
10-year
it was
plan,
great.
man.
I,
They're
I hope
smart.
they keep playing. It's
They're
a
cooking. They're cooking.
it's a good one. So, but yeah, I just wanted to jump that in there because it is nice to see a sale, and that early into a game's life cycle, it seems awesome. I mean, especially since we're in semester slash cycle slash season two, that's pretty early. So love it, love it,
It
love it.
is. Agreed. That's a long game. That's a long-term gameplay on their part, and it's very well executed.
Now with
Hey,
that with that real quick, do you think there will be like expansion purchases, or do you think it'll be like, all right, you bought it once, you're good, or do you think like next year this time there'll be like
nah.
Arc Raiders the expansion, and you pay $30 more for that expansion for another year?
I would put money on unless they're the higher ups and the people above Embark, because I know they're owned by some uh, seedy company. I don't remember their name. I wrote it down last week for the pod. I didn't want to bring it up though. Whoever owns them has been like accused of um, like predatory financial games, like pay
Gotcha.
to win, pay to win stuff. Anyway, so as long as they don't have too much say, as long as Embark holds majority say, I don't think they'll be doing that. But if
Well,
they find themselves in some financial dire straits, then sure,
well,
yeah,
can
it
I
could be a
can
thing.
can I put though that if they make like valuable enough, I'm not against that. Like if there's a campaign that follows it,
I know you're not. Yeah, and
that
you
is
come
big
from
enough.
Destiny where it's just like par for the course.
Right, but like if it's $30 to play the new campaign that gives you more quests, that gives you these types of things, and if it doesn't affect like the nor like it, like you said, it's not like a pay to win.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with that. I actually encourage that because then it gives more reason to add new content rather than just be like, let's recycle old things. And I know they're
Yeah.
gonna make money off of the store, but I don't know if you can make. I mean, their merch store is doing great. They can't even keep product there, but if it's something that like helps out and gives them money for the company and gives us more time to play, I think we paid for new games every time a new game came out, right? Like it wasn't like you were always just getting free content. So
Yeah, and to that point, I think I'm 100% with you because if it means that they're going to do some like seasonal content where there is an actual standalone campaign or something that's outside of the base game, sure, I'm shelling out 15, 20 bucks, whatever that costs to do that.
cool.
I would love to see it.
All right, beautiful. Sorry to just throw that in there on you. I just was thinking about it and I was like, we
Oh,
should probably chat about it.
yeah, I'm furious. I'm out of here. Actually, I gotta
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. My bad, my bad. I uninstalled the
Yeah.
game earlier today, so I'm never playing again.
You had to get shredded. You had to go to Stellamonte.
What a
Speaking of,
lead into the maps, right?
speaking of Stellamonte, I was gonna save it for last, but let's touch it first.
Let's go
Let's just
there.
do. We got like 15 minutes left. Let's just do a quick like pro and con of each map or what you kind of do on those maps, starting with Stella. If you played Stellamonte, this is the quintessential high risk, high reward map, right? Like you can get assembly spawn and be out of assembly spawn in 2.5 minutes with a 60k backpack on a free loadout. But the trade off is that it is incredibly PvP heavy. The arc there, do not mess around. There's a lot of them, and they are actively out to get you. So, yeah, Stella is where I go if I need some. I go to Stella once a day, every day, minimum, just to warm up in
Okay,
PvP, and then it's also what I'm doing for big money runs when I need money or anything purple. Stella.
heard.
What's your stance on the Stella?
All right, so Stella, you said a pro and a con, right? So here's my con. It's part of the expedition now, and you have to go there to do all your expedition stuff, and you die a lot, and there's horrible enemies, and I don't love it. My other con is that it's a very PvP focused area, and everybody's just ready to shoot. And also, my other con is that the shredders are mean, and they just don't they attack hard. And then there's turrets in places there shouldn't be turrets. And then my other negative, sometimes it's dark, and I don't like how dark it can be sometimes,
On a
even if
day
I'm
raid,
not on
yeah.
a
It's
night raid.
dark.
It's not even a
The
night
day
raid.
raids can be
My
darker than the night raids sometimes.
my other negative is 90% of the time I spawn in with 14 or no, sorry, 16 minutes left. And that's another negative. And my other negative,
I'm waiting for the positive. We're on negative
oh,
number 7.
there's no positive. I'm sorry. We're my positive is that
DJ
I'm a
Halo
friendly
complained.
player, and a lot of the people that I jump into solos with have been like, yeah, let me help you out. Let me drop this for you. We'll talk about that, I think, a little bit later. But yes, I've had very positive experiences, but not because of the map, only because of the people. So, all right, next map. Let's
Well,
go.
that's good. That's a good positive.
Thank you.
Stella, high risk, high reward. That's it. End game. Stella Montes. Let's go back to the beginning with Dan Battlegrounds. Seems to be a community accepted fact that it is one of the best maps. If it's not your favorite, it's definitely up in the top 3 of the 5 that are out right now. Dam's incredible, man. I think Dam is the do-it-all map. I think if you want PvP, you're sprinting straight for Control Tower. There's always teams there looking for it. If you don't, you stay on the outskirts and you stay in the yellow loot tier areas. Water treatment can be a little hot sometimes, but otherwise, the other how many other yellow spots are there in Dam? 2 more. Those are relatively chill most of the time. But anyway, Dam's just incredible. Dam can be exactly what you want it to be. It's the chameleon of the maps. If you want to fight, it's there. If you don't want to fight, that's also there. If you want to fight a ton of arc, that's available. If you need lush bloom stuff, that's available. There's just a bit of everything on that map, and it all blends in pretty seamlessly to one. So
Uh,
positive is that it's the. Oh, go ahead.
no. I was gonna say, so this is where I will actually give you a positive for Stella. That okay, so Dan Battlegrounds, my only negative for that map, and you hit all the positives, which I love. The only negative for Dan Battlegrounds is some things can be like 1,500 meters away. to go do. It's like if I'm like
Yeah.
trying to go do this thing in this one spot, it's forever away. In
It's
Stella,
spaceport levels of bad
yeah, well,
sometimes.
we're not even. Don't even get me started. Were we talking about spaceport? So in Stella though, when I'm like, oh man, I need to make it all the way to medical, and then I look at the map, and I'm like, oh, it's like 200 meters away. I can actually get there pretty quickly. So
Yes.
I do like
Stella's
the
an absolute maze, but
how
everything's within
how
250.
compact it is, right? And like there's like sometimes one path to get to things, but once you learn the path, it's actually pretty cool. So I'll give that to
True.
Stella as a positive.
All right. All
And
right. All right.
battlegrounds, sometimes I don't want to run that much, man, and that's going to be part of my workbench this week. So we can get we'll move on. Look at that,
Yeah. Yeah.
love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. You take the lead on this one because this is now your new favorite
Oh,
map as
the
of a week and a half ago. Everybody, Buried City. Speak on it, my friend. Speak on it.
Buried City, the best thing. No, it's the best map. There's no negative. It's great. It is again, like I just said about
Absolutely
Stella.
no downside.
There's no
Okay.
downside of this map. The biggest downside.
Late
Nope.
spawns. Late
No.
spawns. Late
No.
spawns. Late
No.
spawns. Yeah,
No.
dude.
No. Doesn't
Late
matter.
late spawns.
If you
Late
know where
spawns
to
on Buried
go,
City. There's no loot left.
if you know where to go, there's always loot left,
There's like 2 places, and
and
we're
they're
not going to
always
talk about them
there.
on the pod.
We'll do it when we're doing live shows, and I'll show you where they're at. When we just like Coda and I are just here, and we're playing in the background. I'll show you where it's at. But there's always spots, and even if I'm in there late, it doesn't matter. It always seems like there's still that spot. There's great
Okay.
extractions. I love that there's different like vibes in each area of that map. It's just it's so good. And there's a big PvE quest thing on there for to get to a music room that I haven't even touched yet, and that sounds amazing to me. There's always a bastion there. There's always a rocketeer there.
Rocketeer and
It's
Lever down by Grandioso.
exactly there's everything you could want to go to do on that map. I can't believe I haven't been on that map once today. I blame Stella because I have to do all my expedition stuff to go there.
And you got to blame me because you were playing with me. And
Yeah, because it'd be toxic if I went to Buried City with you. That's for sure.
that's crazy.
Well, I'm not that
You know,
crazy.
all it means is that the game is so good that you can play it 2 entirely different ways and have a podcast about how both play styles are completely applicable
And I love
and
it.
acceptable.
And I
you
would
get in
never
lobbies with
uninstall.
other similar-minded players.
Would never uninstall this game. It's the best.
Buried City is wonderful though. I just have to follow up on that. It's great. It's more PvP oriented than Dam is. There's more parts of Buried City where you're running into people. But if you know the map well and you've played the game long enough, you know how to avoid that or how to just kind of stay out of that confrontation, and you can quietly loot your way through it. There is a ton of good loot on that map in various different places. The main places are great, and even some of the unmarked places are great. David, with his hand up right above me, sir, how can we help you?
Okay, so another great thing about Buried City is from almost any point in that map, you can like quick extract to a train or any spot you need to get out of there. So like Grandioso Apartments, there's a quick way to hit zip line to exit. And even like from every side of the map, there's like a fast exit, which doesn't exist in
Plaza Rosa has that one right in the middle.
Yes. Whoa. Yeah, that area is great. And then like, but again, like even from Grandioso Apartments, you get a zip line to another zip line to jump to a thing to slide down a ladder to make it to the train extract, and it just seems like they worked so hard on that map to make it like functional for every player. It's impressive. All right,
I agree.
I'm done. I don't have to say it anymore. It's fine.
On to everybody's favorite map, community confirmed. Nobody has anything bad to say about the next map. LOL, Spaceport. I think this is their swing and a miss.
Can I
dude.
wait?
I really
wait,
do.
Can I go? Let me go first because you probably have more positives than I do. My one positive.
I literally started with saying that it was a swing and a miss.
I know, but I have nothing else to say, and if you say
Yeah,
it,
go ahead.
then I'm done.
Ruin it,
I'm
and I'll try to put it back together. I'll throw some.
The only good thing about Spaceport is on Cold Snap that you can get a bunch of mushrooms on one tree in one corner of the map, and we need mushrooms for a lot of things. Everything else about that map is horrible. I hate it. It stinks.
Large candleberries too. If you're trying to get flickering flames on, there's a lot of candleberries.
You can go to Dam and get them in the hydroponics. That's way easier.
Noted.
Don't
Okay,
try
so
to give them extra.
let's not just roast it. Let's get into details why. I think there's too much open space on the map. I think there's entirely too much open space. There's too much running for no purpose. There's not enough cover when you do get into engagement. It just feels like really awkward fighting. I think you're best off with like a renegade, or I mean, even if you're down bad on money, like a pharaoh. Those kind of weapons really shine there, which I do think is a slight positive because that is a map that they have some where you're not just running around with a Venator and a Stitcher, right? So the Renegade and the Osprey are definitely viable on those maps. The long range engagements are cool, but even in that longer range engagement style, it still feels a little stale or doesn't feel like there's enough stuff in the map to really like make me feel like I'm in it and really enjoying the run. I often find myself very frustrated when I need to go to Spaceport to do something. Like I was trying to get my Sentinel cores done there, and it's just like, I don't know, man. Sentinel doesn't spawn. It's like you said about Dam. Sometimes you're 1,300 meters away from anything. It's just not. I just don't think it's an enjoyable map. And this game is just full of enjoyable stuff. And this is one place where I personally feel like they missed a bit.
Well, they brought it up early on too, right? This game wasn't supposed to be about like the lived in or about you doing PVE stuff or PvP/PvE stuff. It was we go back to what the evolution of Arc Raiders and Dam and Spaceport were just like big open maps that they already had created, and then they started building stuff into it. Like Buried City was the first one that they actually were like, hey, we need to like make a map for this style of game, and those other two were not. And I think they probably just gave a little bit more care because there's different biomes, right, of Buried City or of Damn Battlegrounds, where in Spaceport you're just always in this big open like desert area with a giant space
Yeah.
station. Where Dam, you have the dam, you have like the forest area, the marsh area, you have the desert area, you have all these different like builds. And I don't think that they like, I think they were like, all right, well, we need another map, let's just throw, you know what, we have this already built, let's just put it in here, it can be our open world, our open map. And I think they just gave very little care to that one. I think Dam got
I
extra
agree.
love. I think Stella got a lot of love, as much as I hate Stella because of like what it turns into. I mean, when I'm by myself and in solos, it's a great map. Everyone's so friendly. But whenever I play, Buried City, even if it's friendly or not, it's still a great map. Spaceport's the only one where I feel like if I'm even friendly or not friendly, it doesn't just like click for me. And I know you mentioned
Yeah.
that, but
Well, hot take here, but maybe if they adjust the loot pool, all of a sudden our opinions are different because I think that's the worst part of Spaceport, man. The loot is pretty tragic. Like
yeah,
container
yeah,
storage,
right. I have no
container
need
storage
to
is
go
red,
there.
right? Like
Yeah,
I don't find anything there, and I've gone there. I'm gonna say 20 plus times, just like straight container storage runs, looking for decent red tier loot, and I'm not gonna lie, I just never find it.
yeah.
I remember searching for an industrial battery in a spot that was industrial in there for like 10 runs to find this industrial battery because it doesn't exist in an industrial spot on a map that's like feels pretty industrial.
No,
So hot take,
agreed.
man. I think maybe they adjust a loophole and throw a little bit more good loot at us, and we might have a slightly different opinion.
No, I agree, and I'm sure they could change it, and I actually obviously well, not obviously, but I think I enjoy it more with the cold snap like game mode.
I do too.
I didn't like it with electromagnetic storm and a night raid. I don't like those either, but the cold snap does make it feel a little bit better. Especially because again, one of the big things you need to go for in this game is mushrooms, because especially when you're starting out, and there was a spot for us to be like, okay, you know what, let's go there, let's grind. And shout out to Torpedo for whoever gave him the info on going there, because every time you go to that one tree in
12 mushrooms, baby.
12, well, 7 to like 12 every single time, which is incredible, especially for a mushroom hunt. But I love a good trip, so
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Cold Snap's good on that map because like those moments create a little bit of tension when you're out in the middle of the open and you're like, I got to sprint 450 meters to get inside cover. I'm already bleeding out here. You're slapping some bandages on your way into another team that's also getting warm in there. So,
no.
but I think that's the only positive. Cold Snap, Spaceport.
All right,
I think the map
we
needs
got
a
one.
loot rework. There it is. All
Now,
right,
wait, real quick. Now
last
that we're talking
sir.
about maps, though, real fast, do you think we're gonna get a new
Yes.
one anytime soon?
I don't know. Nor am I in a place mentally where I'm like
I'm not
needing one.
expecting it. No, but I just like based off of like we're talking about maps, right? Do you think we get one in the next 6 months? Do we get one in the next
But
3 months? Do you
I
think
think we get one. Yeah, 2 months out.
two
There's no
months
way
out?
there's not a new map by March. With the release of Marathon in March, like that might be their window to say, hey, new map, a lot of new
Don't you bring
content as
up
well.
Marathon on this podcast? How dare you?
Hey, man, it's going to be a direct competitor to the game that we love to play. And I will also be playing it. So I'm interested to see how that counterplay goes down.
Love it.
Okay, last but not least, the most visually stunning map, in my opinion, the prettiest map, Bluegate. Bluegate prior to Stellamontis, for those who didn't start playing immediately, like day one, Bluegate was Stella for a minute. That was the PvP map. But same thing with Stella, it has an insane PvE presence. Like there's a ton of arc on Bluegate. So when you're up top, there's two parts to Bluegate. There's an entire map underground, and then there's an entire map above ground. It's kind of just community accepted that underground is where sweaty PvP goes down, and up top is kind of more the PvE environment. Although you're not safe from
You are
PvP up
not
top.
safe from PvP. That is true.
But I think it's a great designed map. I think they did a really nice job with the lack of empty space. Traversal feels like you need to do it. It's risky to do it, but you're not just running. You're not doing the spaceport 800 meters in a straight line dash. Lots of loot, great loot, especially if you go down. High risk, high reward down there. So I haven't spent. This is a weird one for me because I love Bluegate, but I haven't spent a ton of time on it. I definitely spend the most time on Stella Dam and Buried City.
All right.
Um, what you
So
got for me on the Blue Gate?
all right, I'm gonna go give you my Blue Gate, and then I have a follow up question overall. Blue Gate, I love. I think the best thing about Blue Gate is its skybox, and I'm a big fan of a skybox.
Incredible.
My other extraction shooter, Sea of Thieves, skybox is huge. The other game I played, Destiny, they just like looking out to see like how it fits into like the world you're playing in is incredible. I think Blue Gate is what they do the best there for. I also am very, very, very like it's up there because that's where I killed my first queen, and I know that was with you, and
Hey,
it
me
just like
too. Me too.
it felt so good. Like the setup felt great. It felt like it wasn't just like a I don't know. It felt like it could happen anywhere in that area, but like how we handled it and how the map was designed, that we were able to go in there into that gas station and use that as cover. It was good, and it's nice to see that kind of you know way to play the game. The other thing I think, and this is a shout out to Special Adam, which I'm 99% sure we're gonna have him on next week. Is that you can so that is like the fruit map, right? You have the Olive Grove, and then Adam gave us the big hint on Village, which I was just like he was like, all right, well if I want trinkets, I go to Village, but
Residential. Yeah.
he gave us a key that there is a lot of fruit, a lot of like little lemon trees, apricot trees, a couple olive trees in Village. So going there, like it's just nice to have that variation. Like you go to Dam, you're getting prickly pears and that's it. Now, I obviously you can't get prickly pears in Bluegate, but the variety is nice. It's good to see like those different areas. If I would have known that, I would have been way further along last season, and I know we've been talking about the new season. It's nice to see how to play the game slightly different than what I did the first season or cycle or semester. But
Totally.
that is a big reason I love Bluegate, and I think it looks beautiful. I think the skybox is amazing, and I think just like the stuff that you can do on there, it's so it varies. It's like when I'm going to certain areas, I feel like there's just like a okay, well I know I'm going here for this. Where Bluegate kind of can be a little bit of everything. It can be PvP, it can be PvE, it can be just a little bit more than just
It's
like
it's a smaller, more intense dam
right.
for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, very
PvE,
fair.
PvP,
Yes, agreed.
and
But
it's
all right,
prettier.
it is much prettier than Dam. All
But
right,
we
so
need
go ahead.
conjecture here, bro. We need to just spend more time on Bluegate. We
I mean,
love Bluegate. We
I
need to
mean,
go more often.
we can go to Bluegate and Buried City all the time, which brings me to my next thing. All right, so will you with those five maps, will you give me a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth?
Oh, you want my list?
I would like a list right now. Yeah, where we
Okay,
sit
this is
on
on
twelve
this is
thirty twenty
unprepared.
twenty five. Yeah, I know, which is why I'm
Ugh.
doing it.
Ooh. Do I have to do by playtime or can I go by like general vibe,
No, general vibe.
or
Like,
a mix of both?
no, general vibe. Because obviously you have to play other places more because of what we have to do in the game. But if you were
Yes.
going to say, this is my favorite, second, third, fourth, and fifth, what are they? And I will give you mine right after.
Okay. First, my favorite for all the things we just covered, although I have a lack of playtime on it, I'm going to say Blue Gate's number one. I'm going to
Okay.
go Blue Gate, Dam, Stella, Buried City, Spaceport. That's my list.
Okay. I like that. And we
And the
don't need to
caveat
go
is I spend the most time on Stellamontis by far.
fair. Very fair. And then mine would be Buried City, Blue Gate, Dam Battleground, Stella, and I'm not even going to talk about Spaceport. So they don't even get a
You
they don't even
shall
get a
not be
ranking.
named.
You're off there. Yeah, exactly. But no, thank you for that. I'm curious because I want to see if that changes in 3 months when we're doing this. Maybe
I agree.
another map would be included there, but maybe we were like, oh my god, the changes they've made to Spaceport. Oh, and I mean probably not, but if it is, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
if it becomes like the insane place to go for loot, I'm definitely gonna have a different opinion. And I love that that is a possibility in this game.
Well,
If all of a sudden they strip the arc away from Blue Gate, like it might not be as good.
well, this
I
this
love
whole
that tension of like arc all over me, plus a team that I'm fighting at the same time. I love that.
this whole expedition has made me spend so much more time on Stella, and I know we're not that far in, but I'm trying to get that done so I don't have to think about that later and just start
Yeah.
collecting money and having everything. And I have a like I know it's still second to last on my list, but I actually don't hate Stella as much as I used to because I know the paths, I know everything,
Yeah.
and my Stellas are friendly. So like I think I enjoy it so much more than I thought I did. Not more than the other three still, but it's getting better.
Yeah, man. Stella's a maze out the gates, but it's a really well designed map. And
Right.
I love that you have a completely different experience than I do, but you enjoy it in your own right. Well done. Hey, man. Okay, let's wrap it up here. We are over today, my
I know,
brother.
but we're gonna do one more blabber, right? We're gonna talk. We got one thing to talk about, then we're gonna hit out of here, right?
What do you want to hit?
I
I was
want
going to do
to.
best and worst runs of the week.
That's exactly okay. Let's go with that.
Let's do it. You want to
I
start or you want me to?
Yeah, so we're gonna chat. I think we're gonna do this every week. We're gonna talk about our first or our best and our worst run of the week. Just because we play a good bit and we have a lot of friends that we play with and want to chat about those things. And I'm gonna go with my best run. It wasn't a great run, but it was my best run of the week, and it's because of the
New
community.
segment. New segment.
Exactly. Um, well, we still have to do our workbench, but it's fine. But the best run I had of the week was I was jumping in. I was just trying to find stuff for the expedition. I didn't find anything. I found a couple purple things, and it was on Stella. And I jumped down, and I'm trying to hit the extract in the where the bastion is. Right. I'm sitting there. I'm like, there's a guy shooting at the bastion. They're taking it down. I was like, you know what? I have grenades on me. I have a loadout. Let me throw some stuff. Let me help out. I start throwing some grenades at him. I start shooting at the legs. All great, awesome. We take him down. I'm at the very top of that little area before the extract. I go down. I hit the bottom floor. I get to the bottom floor, and that shredder that I hate so much, comes up.
The extract
And
gaming
he's a rat. He's a rat, is what he is.
He's
And
always there.
and I didn't
without
want
fail.
I didn't want anything from this bastion because another best one prior to this, we were in the same spot. The guy was like, "Hey, I just wanted to help kill it. I don't need any of the cells or anything. Just take them all. Like it's good." And I was like, "No, I want to save you some. I'm about to leave." And he was like, "No. I don't need any of them. Just take all of them. You might need them later." And then so fast forward to where we're at now. Shredder comes up, kills me. I was trying to pay it forward. I was like, oh man, like whatever. Like I had some stuff on me, no big deal. There's three guys there, and they're like, wait, we have a down guy over here. Does anybody have a defib? Does anyone have a defib? One of the guys ran down to the train, which isn't that far, but if you know, it's less than 200 meters from where the bastion is, but it's more than 200 meters from the very top in a different area. And I was like, guys, no, it's fine. It's fine. He said, no, we're going to get you there. One of the guys ran down, hit the button. The other guy followed me with bandages and bandaged me the whole way down to stabilize me.
Incredible.
Somebody sat inside the train.
Do you think they knew that it was you that was helping with the bastion? Were they
No,
aware?
I don't know. There was four of us total, and I was like, guys, it's okay. He's like, no, we're gonna get you out of here. I was like, guys, and I will pull up the name for the next podcast because I recorded it. But I was like, we have this super small little podcast we do every Tuesday. I want to bring up this story. He bandaged me the whole way down there, got me in the train. They hit the train. I survived. I got out with whatever loot I had. I was on a small kit and I was just trying to help out and I got hit and it was the coolest. It was the best
Shout
run of the
out that
week.
guy, those homies. That's
I
incredible.
will pull it up and I'll reference it next week whenever we chat. But it was the coolest thing for the community to be like, now let's get this guy out of here, let's save him, and it was just awesome. It was a good experience and is I don't know, nothing tops that as far as the week goes, but it
Good
was
karma for
nice.
those guys.
Right,
And, and,
exactly.
and you put good karma into the game too. So what goes around comes around. Love that.
Sometimes, but yeah,
All right,
and
you got a
then
bad one this week? What's up?
bad ones are tough for this week. I think
You can say no. We don't
No,
have to do it.
I've had a lot of good runs. I don't have a big bad one. I'll let you know next time. Hopefully we get this next week where I have one where I'm so mad about, but I haven't had that one this week. So what do you got?
All right, best and the worst, and then we're out of here.
No.
Best. My best is also my worst.
Easy.
Um, I hadn't seen an affiliate blueprint all season long. Just as a caveat, I will never make that gun. I will never bring it in. But of course, it's our creators, and you want the blueprint. So we kind of made it a mission to go after the affiliate. Um, Ended up finding 3 of them in a 5-hour session. But I kid you not, the first 2 that we found, like you couldn't make it up. There were people that there were never people in this area before. I have like a little sneaky little jump spot going to the I think it's the loading bay extract on Stella. So I hit that and going down a set of staircases where I have never in my entirety of going to Salamana seen people. There's a 3-man running up. So I got out of it for a hot second. I just sat in a corner for a minute. I was playing zipline, like looking up and in, hit the train, yada yada. Literally last second, this kid all 3 of them drop on me. I was split for my solo because like the little jump up's hard to hit. So my team couldn't get up it. I was solo. I died. Whatever. Second time around, almost the same exact thing happens. We're going to Seed Vault. We have the blueprint. We had just killed like 3 or 4 teams, so we thought the lobby was pretty clear. We were on our way out, and outside of Seed Vault, where you never see, I mean, we were 14, like there were 14 minutes left on the clock, something like that, 14, 15 minutes. A full 3-man just sitting there out of nowhere. So we ended up dying on that one too, because once again, we were in like 2 different spots. Unfortunate. But the third one, I 1v3 to squad that was like Il Toro 4, Tempest 4, then 4. So I was already stoked on that loot, and my buddy Ricky on one of the bodies found the affiliate blueprint. So he brought it to me. I was stoked on the 1v3. It was just a great way to go out. So that was the worst, but also the best.
It's nice to have both there, right? Like,
Yeah, it was a
and
bit
then
of
you're
both.
finally like, oh, thank you. I go.
I finally did it. I didn't even care about the blueprint, but at that point, we were 5 hours deep chasing this thing around, and it was just like on principle alone. And just honestly, dude, like when you zoom out a little bit, like just that little session with the boys that I was playing with was just really wholesome and very enjoyable. But the best of the best, and something that you'll appreciate, is my buddy Matt is a way chiller gamer. I play with him a lot.
I think I
But
like them.
last night we've been playing for like 5 hours. We were grinding it out, and he was like, "Dude, let's end the night with some rubber duck runs." So shout out Co Carnage if anybody's ever heard of Co. He's a great streamer on Twitch. Um, I think this was his thing. I think he came up with it. Anyway, you just literally load in with an augment and a rubber duck, and you just sprint around the map spam pinging. I have a rubber duck, and we did 4 of these rubber duck runs, dude. And I kid you not, like we got apartments at apartments on Dam. We found like 3 blueprints each. We found shields. We found guns. Like it just turned into a normal run. Each one was like, I think the lowest was like we went home with 35K, and the highest was like 55K. We did 2 runs on Stella, which is never like we never don't encounter a team on Stella. Both runs we didn't encounter anybody. We got assembly spawn the 1 round. So just massive come ups on the rubber duck round. Just spamming. I have a rubber duck.
All right, the
I was
lucky
trying to
duck.
think of it from like a different perspective too. Like if I heard 2 kids running around just spamming their inventory, I have a rubber duck. Like I don't think I'd mess with them either.
Well, I think it's again falls into like when you see people running around that are just playing the recorder, like same right? Like people are there and
Yeah.
like they have
Even in the
they're not even
sweatiest
playing
PvP lobbies, I'm not
exactly.
shooting shit with a recorder.
They just
No
run around
way.
exactly, and that's where I think
Yeah.
it's same, and I think it's just it's a funny aspect. And when you get that, I think it's what makes it unique. I think where I will say that the campaign or the story doesn't matter as much, where each experience is your own. And again, my other extraction shooter, Sea of Thieves, does the same thing. It's like each adventure is what matters. Like it's that individual run in and what you have.
Yeah.
And if you see somebody running around just going, "I have a rubber duck, I have a rubber duck," like that's hilarious. Or somebody just playing the recorder running around Stella, and you're like, "Well, I'm not going to shoot that person." Like they're having a good time. Like they might have the best blueprint in the game, but I don't care. They're getting live. They're fine. But that's awesome. I love that that was one of the best
Dude, it was
experiences.
it's just incredible that the game is that dynamic, right? That like I can play it one way for 200 hours and out of nowhere, Matt's like, let's do a rubber duck round. And I enjoyed the heck out of it, right? Like that's not something I would do all the time. But just the
Yeah,
fact
just
that it's available and accessible in the same game that like ultra sweaty, high intense PvP fights are playing out is just a testament to what they've done.
no, I love it. I love it. And then the last thing I have for today, are you right? You're okay if I jump into
Workbench, let's
I
go.
just have
Let's cook
just
it.
one little workbench, and I have another one. I'll save it for next week. But right now, my workbench is we're still in the flickering flames, little season cycle, whatever's going on right now, right? Event.
Yeah.
Can we please make those berries a little bit brighter? Like I know they spawn in certain areas, but I can't see them for shit. And
They are objectively hard to see.
my
I
friend
agree.
Adam's like, "Oh, you just can't look for things." No, they're difficult to see from. He's like, "Oh, they're right here. You're dumb." And I'm like, "Buddy, come on, like you can't see them from anywhere." I know that maybe some people are just looking for them specifically, but they're the red bright berries. I should be able to see them from forever away, and it's only until I get to a certain point. And only say that because I have friends who are like, "I still need 60 of them." I'm like, "Oh my god, it's gonna take us forever."
Yeah, I
So
still need 40.
oh my god, it's gonna take us forever. So that's my only workbench this week. I have another one, but I'm gonna hold on to it for next week because we're in this event, and but that's all I got. You have anything unique for this week, or are you content?
Nah, man, it was a lighter week on the game. I really enjoyed it. Things kind of slowed down a little. I love this time of year. I think everybody slows down a little. So yeah, no workbenches for me this week for sure.
Love it, love it,
I'm
love it.
content. I'm a happy gamer.
Beautiful.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get
Where's
out of
that?
here.
Thank you to everybody who hung around. The chat was moving today. We really appreciate that. Held some really good viewership. So thank you
Always.
all for pulling up. We appreciate week in and week out you guys coming through. This week I'm gonna say this. Tell your friends. Let them know that we're doing this. If you know anybody that's into Arc Raiders on any level whatsoever, we'd love for them to pull up. The more brain power we got in the chat, the better. I think some really good ideas have come from people just throwing stuff into the chat. So, yeah, man, let them know that we're here. Follow us on all socials at the Tickpod, TheTickPod, the Tickpod. I always try to spell pod before tick.
I got
The
worried for
pod
a
tick.
second. We should just change it.
The Tickpod, TheTickPod. There.
Love it, love it, love it.
Also on all socials there. Once again, I'm It's Coda. IITZCODA. Above me, my good friend DJ Oros. DJ Oros. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back next week, stronger and better than ever in the new year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, Happy New
Enjoy
Year.
whatever you guys do.
Bye.
Cheers and love.